Ladies and gentlemen, it is really our honor and privilege to have you here this evening and for all of you to see the opening of this incredible exhibit of the most celebrated surrealist artist of our time in what is probably the most meaningful collection for many of us here. When the Jews survived, and those that did, and many of us here are children of those survivors, the Holocaust, where the term genocide originally came from. The miracle was, Am Yisrael Chai, the nation of Israel still lives. And then just a few years later, as our indigenous homeland was returned to us, or at least we had the right to fight for it, we were able to establish ourselves again. And all of a sudden, Jews from all over the world, who no one would take years earlier under threat of persecution and death, had their own homeland to return to. But it didn't start with roses and wasn't easy. They had to fight for everything. And no one knew from one day to the next what would happen. But after the Six-Day War in 1967, where the Kotel was taken back, where Israel now was on firm ground, Jews of the world fully understood with pride what their homeland meant. And just a year later, were able to commission this incredible work of art to celebrate Aliyah rising up to return back to that home. It's an amazing achievement, and we get to celebrate it all together tonight. So I thank you for that. We are joined tonight. We have elected Marcia Silverstein from the village of Glen Clove. Thank you so much. The city, sorry. I'm blessed to have two out of our three vice presidents, one of which I'm going to have the honor of introducing, and the other, Bernie Fershpan, has a lot to do with the art that you've seen here this evening and all the marketing that got you here. I've got some great board members here. If you could please stand up to be recognized for a moment. Thank you so much, our executive board. And of course, and we have our fantastic staff, many of which I don't have to ask to stand because they're standing in the back of the room, so we can just acknowledge them in the back. Our Director of Education, our Director of Programming, Tanya, Priscilla, all of us are here. I'm so thankful to have all of them here with us. But of course, and Gately, thank you for being here, and our storyteller, Dana. Of course, the most important person we have here, people, are our survivors. Can I please ask our survivors to please stand momentarily for us? I wish I could introduce you to the person who donated this collection for us to show. They may or may not be in this room. I will not tell you. But from the bottom of our heart, Mr. Anonymous, we all thank you very, very much. When this center opened 30 years ago by Boris Charton and an incredible group of survivors who just yearned to have a place where the stories of the Holocaust would live on, because of course we said, never forget, because we can never forget if we never want it to happen again, which is where we are today. Irving Roth needed, as much heart as all these folks had, they needed museum talent, artistic talent, someone that had that skill set that could bring pieces like this to us, that would nurture what a museum is made of. And so they went to the Nassau Museum of Art, and they spoke to this incredible woman that I have the privilege of introducing you to now, Yolanta Zemecka. She has been here since the beginning, and it is her drive and her eye and her talent that lets us put on incredible nights like this tonight. So it is really, with full love in my heart, honor and privilege that I introduce you to Yolanta Zemecka. Please come.